Hello and welcome back to RailRoads Online. Today we are putting in some more work out there at the refinery. We have hooked up our Betty with 4 cars of pipe. Pretty sure we can't get all of these delivered out there. I'm not exactly sure. Don't know how long that thing is. So I just went with the train that we had on it with 4. This may or may not even be able to get up there. If it can't, we'll just cut a couple of cars loose. The goal is going to be to get pipe up to the refinery regardless of how many we have to leave behind. I mean, that's not a big deal. So we're just going to so we know we have enough if we get them up there and see how bad it is. We finished some track, redid a few things up there, so we'll take a look at the new, what's hopefully our finished layout up there at the refinery now that we have made the alterations that we needed to make. So hopefully we can get in and out of there decent enough. Not really too sure. You know, when it comes to pulling power, Betty is really small, and the idea was that she was pulling out here on the flat ground. So she may definitely not be able to pull 4 of these up there, but I don't think she needs to pull 4 up there either. I don't think we can get more than 3 at the dock. Like I say, we just kind of left this on there in case we can get 4 at the dock. We can drop the whole kit and caboodle at one time, but definitely not part of the plan, and you know, long term, unless it works. If it works, then this is perfectly to plan. So yeah, but the plan is subject to change, let's put it that way, because just the getting it up there part may be a little difficult for Betty. These pipe cars or steel pipe cars, whatever you want to call them, are insanely heavy, I think, when you're talking about this small a train. I could be wrong, but every time you pull it with Betty, it sure feels heavy. So, you know, but we've figured out other things by just winging it, so we're gonna give it all she's got and see. The grade is only 3% and it's not super long. So we're hoping, and here goes the hoping, we're about to pick it up. I do really like the way that these dual track look coming out of here. It's just pretty cool. Let's steam it up. Up the ramp. Let's go. I think we'll know fairly fast if it's going to do it or not. Alright. So it seems to be doing it. Uh-oh. Of course, as soon as I say that, we bog down to an absolute crawl. And then we're going to stop. No way she's going to lug down like that. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll just go back here and we'll cut that loose, and we'll cut that loose. Is that still somehow not gonna take? She can't pull 2? Uh-oh. Now we're in trouble. Well, that's not going to work at all then. Come on. Alright. Okay, those are reconnected. Let's hit the brakes on that. That'll stop somewhere back there. Have to cut that loose, and then let's see if we can do two. That does not sound positive. Like she's going backwards, but she's in full go mode. So, all right, let's turn that off. Reverser. Go ahead and back it up. Let's see if we can get two up there with this little thing. If we can't get two up there with this little thing, then we have a whole new problem to deal with. Because we are not going to lengthen that grid, and we're not going to any of the rest of it. So, what I thought by the way that this thing was just stopping with these are just too heavy for it. This train is just too little. I mean, it's a shunting train is my end take on it. So, if we can't get it to do it, we'll just have to get a different locomotive, something with some gusto. But it's got to at least be able to do two. If two can't go up there, Betty's getting replaced. That's just all there is to it. So here we go. All out. Lucky number 7. Let's go. I don't think it's going to do it. It astounds me how it can get the first part of that just fine, and then it's gonna dump. It shouldn't, because it's the same. See, like, that's just dumb. It turns to the bridge work, and then it gets harder to pull. Everywhere where we have bridge work, that seems to be the case. And I don't know if there's just a natural grade difference between, you know, like it says it's 3%, but it's really not. I'm not sure exactly. But this is, even if this thing finishes the run, I'll tell you what, we're going to replace it because this obviously isn't working. It's not going to make it. It's not going to make it. It's not gonna make it. Just cut. Oh, we're stuck. Alright. Cut you loose. I don't want that to slam into the cars down there. I like how that car is somehow not moving. And now she's gonna take off. Get up there. Alright. Alright, well that is a massive disappointment. One car is what we made it up here with. So, we definitely will be replacing the engine. Little Betty is definitely not going to do that. Of course, we should have figured. So, now whether we get a new engine that can pull a bunch up here and just park them and we shunt them with this, I don't know. We're going to try to back this up. See, we can only get 2 up here anyway, so, you know, at least if we could have got 2, this would have worked, but it's not going to work. So now that we know that, okay, we have now learned we are going to have to pick up a new locomotive. So what we did is we put these in. We will flip that one over, which will give us the ability to back this up nice and neat. The ideal will be with 2 cars, or perhaps 3. Oh, wait a minute. We put in some really unnecessary sidings. Why would not? Okay, we can always side these here. So, well, I guess the alterations never end, you know? You're learning as you go, and we just realized that we already have... I put in some sidings over here for trains, but now that I'm thinking about it, we have these perfectly good sidings right here at the loading docks, and there's no reason we can't just leave the trains here. I mean, we're not going to leave Betty here in this case because she's going to get swapped out for a different locomotive. But we are going to get one in here. Alright, so, well, bam. There we are. These are really good paying loads. Now I can't remember, 900 and some dollars per car. So there's 9 pipe getting a start. These are our bump stops that we put up. We just used some bridge work and threw those up. Not sure if they'll actually even stop a car or not, but I just thought it looked kind of more finished having them there. So we did go ahead and throw those in. We will jump in this bad boy and take it up around. Ooh, we're going to find out if that stop works. Woo! So we will jump in Betty here, take a zip around the yard real fast, and then I'm going to have to go back and clean up those pipe cars and figure out a new locomotive with the ability to come up that hill with a 2-car load. So our plan was to swing this around this way, and we threw in a little siding here in case we needed to park. We threw in a short siding here in case we needed to park. Of course, we're now going to get rid of those because we have now realized we don't need them. So those are going to go away, which will give us the ability to clean up our track there. And then we just went ahead and threw in a big loop here because that keeps us just closed in back here to the oil field and refinery. So that's how we did that. And we can, oh, oops, you're gonna wreck if I don't throw the brake, because this track up here is not flipped back. We'll flip that later, not a big deal. And this is the turnaround for what we're hoping will be our final line of oil pickup. I have no idea if this works yet. Obviously, we haven't even made oil yet, so this is sketchy. It gets a little too close to the loading dock for me right there, and I didn't like how this rail laid in here, though I think I finally got it smooth enough to work. But you know, whatever, the future will tell there. So yeah, it looks like those cars, I don't know why that one stopped. It should have rolled back down the hill. I mean, if it was enough drag that the train couldn't pull it up, it should have itself up. That's for sure. So that's kind of weird. But, well, we will call that an attempt. We are not going to call it a, yeah, see, this should move. So there's something going on there. Because this car should move. It's definitely sitting on an incline. I mean, there's nothing flat about that. So that should move. But there you go. Early access. Well, there's the flames going off at the refinery again. And yeah, today I was just going to shoot the short video to try to our first steel pipe load, but that obviously, you know, went about a quarter of as good as I was hoping for. Really a third. I was hoping to at least get 2 or 3 cars in here. I was thinking it can pull 3 by the time you get all the way back here. 2. I'm thinking you can get 3 in here. So we're going to go ahead and take this money that we have, $4,600, and see if we can pick up another locomotive with a little more guts than Betty, and we will put her back in the oil field. And other than that, I will catch you on the next episode. Remember, if you get a chance, it's free for you and it helps the channel. Throw a subscription the channel's direction. And a pre-thank you, and you all have a great day. See you on the next one.